Eagle double G. Eagle double G.
Hello everybody, my name is Philip from channel Santos Moskahiti and welcome to the game called My Summer Car. In this episode I speed up things with getting wheels ready because I got the previous recording I had to cancel because I had perna death and I got stabbed by bees. I got the wheels. In this episode I asked Uncle for keys, so we're gonna go and with any further waiting, just gonna get into the game. We're just gonna get in the game, get every essential things we need from here. Go to Uncle, go to the barn. Pick up the. Well, we don't need diesel cam to be honest. So let's go look. There, that's the wheels we're gonna put on the car. But let's close down the place down so no one's gonna rob us. And let's not waste time because last time I wasted a lot of time waiting for Uncle to give me a keys, and that's the if you want the extra turbos and all that, that's mods. But we're gonna do that after the car passes and gets the rich plates. So let's not waste any time and let's see if Uncle left me things here. How nice of him. He also has a gift for me. I'll take this, my friend. We're gonna put it in here. We open it later. What does it say? Carl, thank you. Oh well, I call myself Carl Johnson in this game. The only way we know if we have keys is if we go to the ignition. We do. Alright. Let's go to the shop and buy essentials. We wait for the spark plugs, glow plugs to work, and let's drive. Seat belt. Alright. By the way, this is where the tractor is if you're gonna get called for the wood. Alright, nothing's coming. Let's go to the shop. Fill out with petrol. The truck has to be filled out. And let's start building that car. We're gonna get needed things like diesel for this, petrol, spark plugs, bulbs. I have a cheap menu, but I don't use it because I'm doing the walkthrough of this game for you guys. Like, from the beginning, and in this episode in suspension, and getting things ready for next episode for building the car. Next episode we're gonna build engine from the bottom, and then do the and then the wiring everything together with the engine. So it's gonna be 2 episodes. Don't think the train is coming. No. And then we're gonna drive Satsuma for the first time and get her DOD ready, or to pass the test. There is your crazy cousin I was telling you about. He might kill you, so be careful. If you're not careful, if he hits you, and I don't have a seatbelt on, I have a big chance of dying. Well, I played this game before. and that's not the first time building satsuma for me. Usually, I start with the engine and then just put the beer case underneath it to make it look like the stand. But in this walkthrough or making of this video, I'm gonna do it properly, which is like show you from the beginning how things done and all, and in real life I have to stop on the proper crossing. I think this, as far as you can see, this is the last crossings on the way to the shop. In the last episode, I was waiting for Uncle to give me keys for too long, which is not a good thing to do. I wasted half day, to be honest, and what I should have done was just skip for them to arrive and just go get the van, because we're gonna need that van, to get essential things. That's the starting vehicle. We can't use moped, but you know, I'm not gonna go in twice to the shop. I have what it's called a backpack, but you know, let's try to do it like if there was no backpack, like in the original version of this game, there was no backpack. So all I'm gonna do is drive the van, put diesel into it, fuel for Satsuma, and then we're gonna have to drop Satsuma to what's his name? The mechanic. I forget his name. Flattery. So he's gonna do the car up for us, and we're gonna get a phone call probably at the end of the week saying your car is ready to be picked up, and then we have to go collect the car. And after we collect the car, get off the road before I hit you by accident. And now we're going slowly towards the shop. That was the strawberry place. That was the yield sign. That means if someone was on this road, I have to give them the first way of the way. That means yield. That means I have to stop, and whoever's on the main road have to give them the right of the way. Hello there, sir. Other user of this road. We got the Satsuma GT wheels. So after the car passes inspection, I am thinking when the car passes inspection, I'm gonna actually do up the car for you guys, like, we're gonna tune it, make it look nice. So while we're in the store, we're gonna also pick up the paint, white paint. Cause for me, I always had white car, in this where I start. Okay, we have to start turning because we actually at the grocery store. Then indicator again. There we go. Oh, never open the window while driving. In real life, neither because you can crash. There's the pass. Let's pull up. Whoa. Alright, a little bit farther. There we go. Let's open up the windows. Unbuckle. Turn off the ignition. Open up the back of the truck. Get this out. Because we have to start with petrol. For Satsuma. Then we're gonna put in the diesel in the truck, go to the store, buy food and essentials, and if the day allows us, before it's gonna get late in the game, start putting Satsuma together and push it into the garage. And just to let you know, guys, the creator of this game also did, if I put the kerosene in the car and I get pulled over by the police, I'm gonna have to pay a fine for it. So I don't recommend, if you don't, well, if you want to, you can, it's up to you. But if you're not gonna get pulled by the police and you're just gonna do it, let's say, like, usually on Monday on their duty. You might be lucky and they won't be on the duty on that day. Alright, so we're gonna have to buy essentials. Since we're gonna have to start doing jobs in the future if we want to, do the car. So we need the alternator belt. We need 1, 2, 3 of these, 1 coolant, yes, 1 oil, 2 lights, spark plugs, and 2 wipes. Oh, yes. And food. And 2 cases of beer. Thank you. Actually, we're gonna use the backpack for it to transfer it quicker inside. So we're not gonna waste too much daylight. And then all we do is just unpack it. I'm not gonna be drinking and driving. So I'm just gonna place these. I know they're gonna fly around the fan anyway. Oh yeah, and if I flip that over and was open, I would say the petrol would actually pour out of it. So I think the creator implemented that as well. So let's just put the seatbelts on. Let's find some cool tune. Okay, let's drive. Thanks, people. Now we have to go home. Same thing. We have to pull up to the sign. Oops. Well, I don't have the auto clutch on, so don't worry. Well, I have auto clutch on. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. I have the manual clutch. But if anyone wants me to see driving manual clutch, you have to do is just write down in the comments, and I'll turn on the auto clutch for ya. Alright, we got essentials bought and everything needed for building the car. Hello, good Samaritan of this country. Sorry. I don't know, we don't need wipers since it's dry day. No lights yet. Nearly 120. Okay, it's time to start slowing down. Because this is our turn off to the house. And usually when I start turning here, I always see truck coming from the other end, but we didn't see it today. Which I'm really surprised, to be honest. And another thing, guys, you need to know, if any of you gonna start in the mortal modes, which is called permadeath on the driving license, you have to be careful. Because if you smash the window, the books might fly in your eye, and then you lose the safe. So make sure you always back up the safes. Just in case you have a permadeath, so then you can just restart from the last location instead of starting all over again. But if you have my summer save editor, you can just turn off the permadeath. Instead of having all number one, you put 0, which is off. But then that means you modified your save game. Same road we have to travel again, the same way we came in. Well, I can hear the dogs, so I'm assuming it's coming towards nighttime. I think we're driving too fast on these roads. You don't want to flip the car into the hole and then, try everything again. So I always try to drive slowly. It's possible, but you never know if it's possible or not. The thing is, I could use controller for this gameplay, but the problem would be that, let's say if I use a controller, I I think I'd be able to drive the car, but it will be really hard if you have manual gearbox, because you have to assign each gear manually. So if I were Yi and you want to play, the best option is the steering wheel. If you look on my left, I think I'm not sure if we missed the strawberry place, but I think the strawberry place is coming up. So I don't hear the train. Yeah, I think we already missed the strawberry place. On your right is where grandma lives. She will ring you sometimes saying that you have to get her essential shopping, like, buy her milk, bring her fresh fish, or cooked fish, or something like that. Sugar. It doesn't matter how much you bring her stuff. There is no limit how much shopping you bring her. This is the deadly turn. So in this episode, we went to get essential for building the car. Also in this episode, I want to have a suspension and wheels on the car already. So that way we have at least progress. And in the next video, we're gonna be making another episode. We're gonna do engine and wiring together. And in the third episode, we're gonna bring the car to Flatari to be checked and prepared for the final test. Sorry, I messed up the gears sometimes. If that was Satsuma, and I let's say missed the gear, I'll probably destroy the engine. I can't turn the lights on since it's nearly night time. I'm gonna leave the lights on this because there's no battery, so you can't actually drain battery in this. It'll be impossible to drain battery in this car. On in Satsuma. So once we get home, we're gonna start building suspension. So we're gonna get all essentials and everything prepared. And you know, there's like they say, sweet homes. There's no better place than home. And home sweet home is really there. Let me check it out. I have seatbelts on. Amazing. I think it's the first time in the history I actually have seatbelts on in this game because beforehand there was no seatbelts. The next episode we're also gonna be in town, so we're gonna have to pick up the poop truck. So we're gonna probably there is the car we have to build. So the way I'm gonna do is handbrake and leave the ignition on. Get out of this junk. Open up the back. Let's see what we got this year. It says Merry Christmas. So okay, we have this. We're not gonna drink that. This is a random money. So the way you go is okay. That was 1,000, and that's a turbo sign. You know what? It's too early to have lights on. I'm gonna put it in the fridge for later. Because that's the gift from Uncle. There's also, if you go into your parents' room, there is a last year's gift, I think. Or maybe no, wait. No, wait, sorry. No, that was it. It's here. It's already unpacked. You get radar booster and the game. So we're gonna put that in the room. That's when we get the PC. And that's the same music I was playing on the radio, the Polish songs. I'm just gonna bring the beer in. And start burning the suspension, I guess. Food wise, this is the oil and all this we don't need at the moment, so we're gonna need them. We're gonna actually have engine put it together. So let's start building this beast up. That's what I'm thinking. I already have the wheels prepared here for it. So, you know, I'm not gonna drive to the haunted house because last time I did that to the big mansion, I died and I was gonna permadeath, and then we'll have to start all over again. I didn't back up my save, or saved up, so it will be a long drive. So let's do this way. We're gonna leave that outside here because we don't need that at the moment. That's for the trunk, and it's not a mod, by the way. This little badge is not related with this mod whatsoever. Now let's go bring last essentials. Since we did a little bit of shopping, we gain some stuff. Look, you can press F to spread, like explode. R. You can do is just go on the table and go one thing at a time. I know what I need, so I'm gonna spawn because I need just the paint. The food goes in the fridge, and then I think when the bag is empty, it just disappears like that. Yes. All right. So food goes in the fridge. Oh, and yeah, also you can buy charcoal, so you can grill food, which is the best thing. It looks like I'm gonna stuff the fridge with goods. We're gonna leave some outside the fridge for later. Well, I seen one of the YouTubers keeping these things in the fridge, but that's not drink. That's that's the oil. No, that's the garage stuff. So let's bring those to the garage. We're not gonna open up the spark plugs yet. Let's just unpack. I just put something in by accident. There we go. I'm gonna put that on the table here. This has to go as well because this is for later. Because if I put it in now, the brake's gonna leak out. Yeah, as you can see. Could just put another paint, to be honest, and paint the engine block and all that, but we're not gonna play with that. That's the spark plugs. We're gonna put them up on the shelf for later. Paint, we're gonna leave it on the, well, we can paint the car up. So we're gonna put that on the table for now. Okay, I'm gonna turn the lights on. Thanks for reminding me about the bulbs, guys. You're very nice. I nearly forget about them. They're for the Satsuma headlamps. We're gonna install them with the electronics. Yeah, beer goes in the house, but later, not now. I'll show you the catalog in a while. But first things first, we have to bring that up. Let's say, yeah, because we're starting with the front suspension. Then I'm gonna install the backing suspension. Then we're gonna push the car in. That way, that's the subframe. So let's segregate. That's front right. That goes on this side. That's front left. That goes on this side. That's front left. That goes on this side. I think there also matters front right, front left. Yes. I think that's the all front left. Yes. That's front right. Front right. front left goes on this side. That goes in the middle. Let's see. We left it front right, so that goes on this side. We're gonna bring those out at last because they don't matter. So let's put the subframe in. And let's start by closing down the screws. It's 10, I think. It is 10. Let's just find the other screw. It's really hard to find that screw. Ah, there it is. Okay, now we have to do this side. I'm gonna use as possible before it gets too late. And then I'm gonna go to sleep, and then the next morning time we'll continue building the car. What do you reckon, guys? That's the best thing to do. Right, so I'm gonna go to basic, not build mode. Put the wishbones. Oops, excuse me, boys. Sometimes. Let me try this side. No, it's opposite, sorry. I totally messed up the sides. It happens. Number 12. There's also a faster toolkit. For these, I can build them faster with those toolkits you get. Sorry, it's the same size as the suspension. So you get these toolkits, you can get better suspension. We're gonna put that on as well. That's number 11, so number 12 is for this little screw here. I have to find it first. Is it number 12? No, I picked up the wrong tool, sorry. I just downgraded, sorry guys. And the number 12 is also for, yeah. So I messed up the sides, sorry about that. Oh yeah, I forgot to secure that. Alright, so since this one is nearly secured, let's put that on. We're looking for this kind of like a check tick saying yeah. Oh, sorry, I forgot. It's the other way around. That's why there was no tick, because other way around. Let's not mess up this time. Number 9 for the 4 screws that are right here. And we're gonna do the brake lines before we're gonna put the wheels on. There is, I think, 14 in total. I cannot see the other screw for some reason. Alright, let's use a bit of help of the van. Hello there, sir. Can you give me some light? Thank you, sir. is one screw. I can't see. There it is. Now let's see if all fours are screwed in, because we don't want suspension to fall out on us. Now we go number 10 for the top. Today we're going to also do suspension and interior. So let me find the brake master cylinder. Sorry, I always press the wrong button. Goes on the wall here. Right here. It has to be screwed in. Remember that. The other one is clutch. And just let you know, people, that if you don't screw in the you're not gonna have anything the car won't drive. You don't screw them properly in. So this is the brake lining that we have to put on the wall. There was a screw before, but I think the owner removed it, because I remember there was a screw in the middle here. And now what we have to do is find the the gear linkage, the other one. There it is. And that's for clutch, is it? Yes, clutch lining. It goes on the same wall. Right here. Alright. Before we continue, let me see. What else can we put on the wall? The electronics. Nope. This is gonna be hard to put on later on. So we get that done later. So we have everything screwed in here, right lads? Yes, okay, let's go to the other side. Do I have a right key? Yes, I do. You see what I mean? Then we have to use the number key 7 to screw all the missing parts. So that's why I want to do brakes now, before I forget. That is even in existence. Well, since you're doing the brakes, thanks for reminding me, people, again. I'm gonna install the handbrake. And I think the screws are 8. It's going good, guys. Getting there slowly. Now all we have to do is just make sure they're all screwed in. Because, if you pull on the handbrake, it works, even though the car's not moving. Right, so this goes on that side then. And it's number 12. But that goes last, because first thing that goes in is this thing. It's for the steering column. And this one goes with screw number 9. There's 4 of them. There's one here. Then the other one is here. And there is one here. And then there's one here. You're gonna do the interior as well, everything in one go. Since I'm not gonna be driving to Flataris to get the RPM gauge, I'm gonna use the cheat menu to spawn in, so we can speed up this process. And I think that goes on the other side. We're gonna put that in a minute. Let's get this installed. And number 12, you can. We're gonna do everything we can that is related to suspension in this video. And then on the next day, when I'm gonna be recording the second episode, we'll continue from where we left off and build the engine and do the wiring. That's how I speed up things. And in the third episode, hopefully, we're gonna have a car start for the first time. As you can see, it's nighttime because you can hear the cuckoo. So let me just finish this up and then speed up the time to the morning time. The wiring is going to be hard because we have to make sure everything is wired. Oh. Okay, while we're here, let's install the same for the exhaust heads as well. I don't know if you know that. Okay. I can see that the tool shifted. I mean, the thing shifted, I can tell. Let's just put everything as we can. I got it through. Yeah, it's easier that way. No, that's the one I already put in. No, this one here. I need thank you. Oh yeah, this one. Thank you. There you go. Now, let's figure out where this goes. I know it goes on this wall somewhere. Oh, because that's when the engine's going to be in. It's going to be hard to install. And it's also screw number 8. I think the car collapsed nearly. Let's see, do we have a whole suspension installed, including the 4 screws? Yeah, so let's install this. That's number 12. There we go. Let me just turn the lights in the house. Let me close outside. Well, maybe not yet, because I need to turn the fan off. Where is the thing? Ignition, there we go. Now turn this off. And let's go to bed. It's already Tuesday. Ooh, good morning, lads. It's another day. Let's have some food. Let's get our thirst down. Euro we can take care of later. Let's just turn off the lights. And let's continue by closing down all these brake lines. Here's one. If we miss one of them, then we're gonna have a break, leakage in the system, and that's gonna be bad. And you don't want that to happen. I'm talking about the leakage in the system. You don't want your system to leak. So that's the way it's gonna be. As far as I can tell, that's all the screws on this side. I just have to make sure. Oh yeah, that's the one. Let me see. I just have to make sure there's all of them screwed in. You don't want any leaking in the system, like I said. So we need to make sure all of them are screwed in. There's one more under here. I can look that way. Yes, now we do the brakes. This thing. No leaking in the brakes. Yes, now let's do the back line, even though it's not connected. But that way we won't forget about it. At the moment I can't do nothing. Let's recap. All of these done. Let me just prepare back one. All right. Let's see. No, I cannot put it in yet. Let's do the rewrite. Around here, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I am mistaken. Maybe I'm mixing the sites now again. Okay, there's the toolbox. This is all from the memory. Okay. There we go. Now I need number 7, because that's the Last brakes. If I find the valve, where is it? Ah, right there. Now go to the other side. Close it down. I think the springs doesn't matter on which side they go in. Because you put them before you put the shaft. Other absorbers. Now I just left with the shock absorbers. It's called, hard to get the check little tick for it. There we go. Okay, now let's put this one in. If I'm not mistaken, there are 2 6s. Oh, that's one. That's 2. Okay. Now go to the other side. Do the other 6s. Then we do this side. Now half shafts goes in. Oh no, they can't. Because this has to go first. It fell. Okay, now the half shafts. We have to install. Because if you screw those screws in the middle, you won't be able to put them in then afterwards. Okay, that's next. Oh yes, drum brakes. Oh, drum brakes with this. Drum brakes with this. With the other side. Okay. Then we need the steering column. I get the steering wheel. Dashboard. Since I don't feel like looking for it, I'm gonna go to show you what you can get. We go in the option that is called body parts, I think. Let's see. Nope. To engine parts, I think, is it? And we're looking. No, I think it's this one. No. Gauges, sorry. We're in the RPM gauge. I forgot to get it from the Atari's garage on the way here when I was getting the wheels from that haunted mansion. I totally forgot. That's okay. Now, installing this. We have to do it the way we normally smash the window. Because if you smash the window, I tell you one thing, guys. Window doesn't generate like in the van or in the truck if you smash it. While we're here, just gonna connect these to speed up the process. Because that's when the engine's gonna go in. There we go. While we're here, I think we can install gear gauge and the gear stick itself. Okay, there we go. The smallest spanner, which is number 6. Then we have to screw it in. Okay, that's secured. And I think it's number 9. Or maybe it's number 8. Oh, I don't remember for the wheels. Oh, and people, while we're here, we're gonna have to screw in these pumps to the gearbox. I mean pedals, so we can actually have pedals. But make sure they're screwed all the way or they won't work. Let me think. What do I have in my screw bag? Think. What you call them? Gear linkage. Okay, so that goes in between here. Once I get the thick, there we go. Then we get the smallest screwdriver. I think there could be even 5ers. Screws number 5. Yes, they are. That's the way I build the cars. Is get all the small screws installed first. And while we're here, I think there's a linkage screw that needs to be, but I'm going to do that later. Now, let's get the dashboard in. Now we add it. Which recommends the last thing we're going to get in is the seats installed. Let's start with screw number 9. Oops, sorry. I was supposed to go up, not down. But I think the number 10s. Zoom in. That's how we secure the dashboard. And then we can go finish it off for today. There we go. There's one more piece for the dashboard. And I think they're number 9s. Or they could be 10s. No, I think they're number 6. Let's have a look. I think that's the dashboard installed. Now I have to do is get a wheel. And I think that's number 10. There we go. And I think we have everything we need. Oh yeah, before we forget, let's close down these bolts so I can put the wheels on. It's too loud, too loud, too loud. You start swearing now, which is not good. I don't know how to distress him. Only smoking I think in the sauna, but I'm not going to turn on the sauna now. So, just put the wheels on. So we can put the car on the wheels. Ah, blue man. That's normal. Where is it? Give me a checkpoint. There it is. Okay, and before we go, I'm gonna close the wheel nuts. I think car is shaking because it's on something stock. Yeah, he's swearing, so I'm gonna have to unstress him. That means he's gonna take a walk. Let's see. Oh yeah, the suspension is not completely installed. There's still one screw, number 12, that has to be screwed inside. That's why it's shaking like that. And then we can call it a day. And I'm going to show the catalog before we go as well. Let's see. All the wheels screwed in. It looks cool with the lower suspension. And one passed the inspection. Yeah, just put these in. That's the last screws on the suspension. Am I right? I could be right. Let's see. Let's just fully up. And then I want the car to be off the ground. And then, well, maybe it's on the brakes. Is the brake on? No. Shut the fuck up, man. I don't know what's going on. But he's swearing. Let's see, J. What number do I need? Quickly. Number 6. Did I screw in this little suspension part? I sure did, okay. Okay. That's the passenger seat. This is a driver's seat. And I think that's what we're gonna call the day off. Cause I don't think there is much more we can do today. And I think there is a mod activated. That's why you know, guys, the lower suspensions like that. I'm gonna check in a minute. Because sometimes that achieve, well, not achievements, but them on. Yes, I know. They're the son of the Satan. Okay. Let's just finish installing seats. Alright. Let's see if everything is installed. And then we can call it a day. No? Yes. Let me just push the car a bit more in. That will do. Control F4, I think, is it? Let's see. There we go. So let's play with the suspension, see? Let me just bring in the tools back in. There we go, and we can call it today's episode. Is there anything in the backpack? No, we're gonna close up the garage. I'm gonna have a quick drink. There we go. Get the hunger down. Gonna go take a piss and after I finish all this, then we can call it a day. There's a mod mop. Right, let's take a shower. There we go. Let's just finish this off and then we can call it a day. Definitely. Shut up. Alright, so in the next episode, lads, we're gonna do the engine. So I'm gonna say my name is Philip from channel Los Santos, Haiti, and thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye. Have a nice day.